Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name's Thrust and More, man, and I like the way things sound. I like records. I like going and buying records. I like buying albums. I like the sounds that are raw and the sounds that are sharp. And I like going all over the world, man, and picking out different tunes. You know? That's what I like to do. That's who I am. And so that's what we're gonna do. I think. I've totally forgotten how to make a YouTube video. Hello, YouTube! We're doing invasions, and it would probably be wise if I remembered how to play this game. I thought, let's do some invasions for that there old YouTube. And let's talk about Elden Ring news that just happened. You cannot invade solo hosts at the moment. They said that this was subject to change, but for the time being, that's what they were working with. You just cannot invade a solo host. And my initial reaction was good. I don't like invading solo hosts because one of two things happens. Either one, they have completely stacked the odds in their favor, and they have double Estus. They have their weapon upgraded 2 times more than my weapon is upgraded. Or, hello. Or, they're, like, completely clueless, and I just instantly murder them, or they run away from me forever, and they run into a group of enemies, and they die, and that's it. That's what it's like invading a solo host. You're seeing it. This is it. This is happening live in real time. Now, that was not a lot of fun for me. I did not have a very good time. Okay? So, I'm not a big fan of that. The other option is you invade someone who, yeah, either they're clueless or they've stacked every advantage in their favor. That's it. That's what you get when you invade solo hosts. So if you did away with all of those invasions, my initial reaction is, okay, good, great, I like that. However, I'm sure there will be an item that allows people to be invaded if they want to be invaded. Is it really an invasion at that point? I don't think so, because you're not supposed to invite. That's not invitation, invasion. These words are different. They mean 2 different things. Anyway, that's some other thing we can talk about. But there is, you know, something to be said for the Michael Myers-ness of it all, right? It's easy for me to lose track of the forest because I'm focusing on a tree. As a PvP player, when it comes to PvP, when it comes to invasions, it's easy for me to like lose perspective of things. One thing we say about From Software games, one thing we say a lot, is they're hard, but they're fair. And most of the time that's true, but sometimes they're hard and they're not fair. And the invader who shows up, who's an unstoppable juggernaut, really gets that point across. And so while I might not enjoy it, I am sort of serving a purpose for the game's like meta-narrative. Small Business Owner brought this up in a Discord discussion a bunch of us were having about Elden Ring invasions. And like I said, it's easy for me to like lose sight of things because as PvP players, a lot of times all we think about are our experiences. And that is something that I actively try and avoid. I try and think of, you know, like people talk about, they should do away, they should add friendly fire. Hosts and phantoms should have friendly fire with each other. That's a PvP player's mindset. It's not a good mindset. It's not a good answer. You think it's good because all you do is sit around and invade all day. But like, you're not considering some noob summoning a troll who just friendly fires him into oblivion. against bosses, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, another one that I'll hear is people are like, you shouldn't be allowed to go into the fog wall if there's an invader in your world. You should have to fight the invader. That's a bad idea. Because you're not considering, like, a troll could just, like, hide in the level, and now you can't play your game. Because there's a guy who won't let you make progress because you have to kill him. Okay? My point is, a lot of times you come up with these PvP-oriented solutions to problems that are bad. If you come at the problems from a PvP perspective. So we have to come at it from a perspective of, like, the whole game. And I made that mistake of, like, I don't like being Michael Myers. I don't like being an unstoppable juggernaut and just showing up and killing some new player who has no idea what happens, why it happened. But it does sort of serve a purpose to them. They do learn that, you know, the game's not always fair. Do they enjoy learning that? Is there another way they could learn that lesson? Probably. And it would probably be better. And if that's the way From Software wants to do it, then that's the way they should do it. They don't have to be... If From Software still wants me to do that, then, like, hey, alright, I'll, you know, who am I to say no? But it seems like From Software is kind of coming away from the idea that I have to do it. I have to be the one. This guy's using cell swords. Old wolf curved sword. He's got all the Estus. It's funny that these are the types of invasions that we get. The two types I was talking about. Alright, so he's gonna punish every whiff. So I'll start punishing every whiff. The range on that always takes me by surprise. Now, if I wanted to, what we could do here is we could swap to, let's buff, and then let's swap to a rapier offhand. Put on the dex ring. Okay, I'm stuck in trees apparently. A funny thing has happened now, because this player has stepped foot in the water. He's going to have called the watchdogs. So, it is kind of interesting. We got the exact two types of players I was talking about. We got the people who's like, this dude's like actively looking for PvP. He's actively looking for invasions. He's got his build finished. He's got his, he's not too dishonest, but, like, he's a little dishonest. But yeah, we had this guy, and then we had the clueless guy, and these are the two types of dudes. There's two types of dudes, and this is them. I'm not getting a lot of counter hits. All my damage is 124. 185, there we go. But he's got all the damn Estus in the world. He can make all the mistakes in the world. And he's kind of forced me into like this honor duel, not on an honor duel because we're drinking Estes, but he sort of forced me into this duel situation where like all of the odds are against me. And this, like, even if I win, this is gonna take forever. And it's me versus one guy. And that's not a lot of fun for me. Now, if I catch him on that quick step with a counter hit, that could be nice. And I do have the poise to withstand the dagger, so. $185. I would love to proc Frostbite here. I'm not even streaming and I just got a follow on Twitch. That's funny. Anywho, yeah. I just... What do you know what I mean? Like, I personally am not a fan of these invasions. If I didn't have to do these invasions ever again, that would be great. But this player here has used a dried finger. He wants to be invaded. You don't get invaded twice in a row unless you have used the dried finger. And this dude has used the dried finger. So he's gonna get invaded over and over and over again. This is who I'm going to fight. And, like, how many times do I have to outplay this player before I win? A whole lot. They have every advantage going for them. Now, his build kind of sucks, and he's not good at the game. But, like, this will go on forever. These are my least favorite types of invasions. And this has illustrated my point. If you got rid of these invasions, fine. Please. By all means. You can do away with them. I don't mind at all. However, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of dried finger type item in Elden Ring, so that if you want to be invaded, you can be invaded. So that guy, he's not going anywhere. But that other dude that we fought, who didn't understand anything and we just killed him immediately, that dude is... he's not going to get invaded anymore. If the plans stay as they are looking right now. But, you know, maybe there's something to be said about being an agent of the game's narrative who delivers this, like, hey, guess what? It's not always fair. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes you just lose, you're gonna die. Maybe there's something to be said for that. Small business owner brought that up, and it's a good point. However, if From Software is giving me an out, and I don't have to do that anymore, and they have found some other way to get that point across, or they're not interested in getting that point across, or whatever, you know, hey, fine. I'm absolutely fine with it. But the people who want to invade, like, absolute noob solo hosts, and just, like, I don't sympathize with those players at all, because those players are the same ones who are real quick to tell other players, you know, you just gotta get good. It's hard, you gotta get good. But they don't want to get good at fighting 2 or 3, 4 human opponents. They don't think they should have to get good at that. But the other players should have to get good at playing the game by themselves, or whatever. It's trash. It's a trash argument, and I don't care for it. So I don't care if those people don't get what they want. On the far other side of the spectrum, the 4 gankers, the 4 co-opers who want to play the game completely invasion-free, I don't care what they want either. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie or played a video game or whatever, if you've ever consumed a piece of media where the developer tried to give the fans everything they wanted, a lot of times they end up making just absolute trash is what they end up making, because fans don't know what they want. If they knew what they wanted, they'd be making it. They think they know what they want. We think we know what we want. But, like, I didn't think I wanted Dark Souls until I played it, you know? I didn't think I wanted Bloodborne until I played it. And then those things are infinitely more impressive than anything I could have made. I would have made, like, slightly worse Skyrim or something if you'd let me make a game. I don't know. But my point is, there's a lot of, like, chatter from, like, the far ends of the spectrum on this that, like, I tune out. I don't care. I don't care what those people think. I am interested to see which way From Software decides to go. I would kind of prefer the no solo host period. I think I would prefer that. And I know people are like, well, Saint, when the game gets older, it won't be good for activity. And you might be right, but I pray to God that, unlike Dark Souls 3, I'm not playing Elden Ring for 5 years. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I hope I don't have to play Elden Ring for 5 years. The reason Dark Souls 3 is so slow right now and is because it's been out for 5 years. It's been out for 5 years. That's crazy. I hope I don't have to play Elden Ring for 5 years. Like, let me, 3 years, max. If I could have the level of activity that I was complaining about in year 3, wow, what a fool I was. What a fool I was to complain about that level of activity. But what I really want is a new game. New game win. January. Thank God. Until then, later, y'all.